Nobody believes this at first, but soldiers in the early 1900s could sleep through freezing nights with nothing but a single blanket and a trick that took less than a minute to set up. No fire, no sleeping bag, no tent, just a blanket folded so cleverly that it became a shield, a cocoon, and a heater all at once. They called it the triangle fold, and if you ever need to survive a brutal night outdoors, this forgotten method might be the difference between shivering till sunrise and waking up warm. War doesn't wait for good weather. In the First World War, in the Boer War before it, and even in the trenches leading to World War II, armies camped out in open fields, forests and ruined villages. Nights could drop below freezing. Supplies ran out. Fires weren't always safe. A blaze might give away a camp's position to enemy scouts. So warmth had to be silent, low profile, efficient. Start with the blanket flat. It's bigger than your body, so it has potential. The trick was never to lay it straight across yourself. That just leaks heat. Heat escapes sideways, drafts creep in, and every time you roll over, a cold breeze knifes through the gap. The triangle fold solved that. Soldiers folded one corner of the blanket over to meet the opposite edge, creating a wide triangle. Not tiny, not tight, wide enough to wrap around a body. This creates layers, and layers trap air. And air is insulation. Not fabric, not wool, air. Now, here's where things get clever. With the triangle shape ready, the soldier lay down along the longest edge. Their head near one corner, feet toward the tip. The shortest side gets pulled over the body first. Then the longest side. It wraps around like a cloak, but tighter. It crosses the chest and slides under the body's weight, sealing the fold. Heat rises from the torso and gets trapped between the layers. The blanket becomes a funnel for warmth. Your own body turns into the heater. Even in soaking wind, even in snow, the folded blanket holds. Today's modern sleeping bags, same principle. Synthetic materials just make it easier. But the ancestors of that technology weren't designed by scientists in labs. They were created by freezing humans trying not to die. Let's be honest. This wasn't luxury. Soldiers still got cold. They still woke up stiff. But survival isn't comfort. Survival is making it to morning. In trenches and bivouacs, they combined the triangle fold with whatever the environment offered. Pine branches as a mattress, dry leaves stuffed under the hips, anything to lift the body off the ground. Because the ground is a heat thief. Contact with cold soil or rock drains, warmth faster than the wind. Elevation is insulation. If you're ever stuck outdoors, remember this part. A blanket alone isn't enough. Layer beneath yourself. Even a coat, a backpack, or a pile of grass will save body heat. Soldiers discovered this the hard way, night after night. Sometimes the smallest adjustment changed everything. Here's the interesting part. The triangle fold doesn't just blanket the body, it scopes the heat. When the shoulders and hips are covered in multiple layers, they become hotspots. The warm air rises, but because the triangle wraps, there's nowhere for that air to escape. The nose stays cold, breath fogs the air, but the core stays protected. Survival instructors today call this protecting the furnace. Your chest, lungs and heart generate the most heat. If they stay warm, your blood stays warm. Your limbs benefit, your brain stays sharp, and, well, you make smarter decisions. One blanket can lift morale, energy and reaction time the next day. On the battlefield, that meant survival in more ways than one. Here's the bold truth. Technology changes, but temperature doesn't. Cold is ancient. The body is ancient. And the triangle fold speaks that same language. If you try this method with, say, a modern wool blanket, a canvas tarp as an outer shell, or even a reflective emergency sheet, the fundamentals don't change. Triangular folds create layers. Layers trap heat. Wrapped edges block drafts. Human bodies produce warmth. The cocoon holds it. This wasn't magic. It was practice. Soldiers used it every night, so their muscle memory learned the motions. No hype here. Try it indoors first, on a bed or a carpet. Fold the corner. Form the triangle. Lie diagonally. Wrap short edge, then long edge. Tuck. If there's too much air escaping around your shoulders, adjust the angle. If your feet are exposed, tighten the taper. Your results depend on body size, blanket size, and how tightly you wrap. Your first attempt may feel loose. Your second will feel better. By the fifth time, you'll feel like someone handed you a primitive sleeping bag. The triangle fold isn't just an old military trick. It's a reminder of something bigger. Humans didn't survive history by accident. We adapted, improvised, learned from those who came before. If a soldier in 1914 could sleep on a frozen field with one blanket and stand up fighting the next morning, then, honestly, we owe those techniques respect. If you're building your survival toolkit, physically or mentally, this skill belongs in it. Not as a gimmick, not as a joke, as a legacy. Because history isn't just stories, it's solutions. And this one, you can use tonight. If this knowledge adds a tool to your survival mindset, don't let it stop here. Subscribe to Legacy of Survival for more forgotten techniques that still work in the real world. Like this video if you try the triangle fold yourself, and share it with someone who loves lost history and old world skills. The past still has so much to teach us, and well, we're just getting started.